So someone recently asked me on Instagram, how can we improve our tone on an instrument? And I'll try to respond so any musician can relate to that. So tone, as I perceive it, is using the right language in the right given situation. So for example, being at a wedding and not being properly dressed and not using the proper vocabulary, and so that would that would make you look weird in a sense because you don't fit. The way I perceive tone is that the musician, in the environment that he is yielding the right sound. What I mean by that is, if it's a, I don't know, for I'm a guitarist, so I'll take that example. For example, in a country song, if you're so for example, if I'm playing like a country song, to ensure that my tone is in context and like merge with the actual music around me, I have to think about, do I play the right thing? Do I have the right attitude about the music I'm playing? At a country song, if I'm approaching like a classical player would approach it, that wouldn't be right, you know? It would probably sound good, but the tone of it wouldn't probably be appropriate, you know? It's not that is good or bad or right or wrong. It's just a question of being appropriate to the right situation, and how you can achieve and getting better at it. For myself, I just listen to music and try to look for what is the core element of that genre. For example, a wedding. Um, Guys are dressed in tuxedos and they wear flowers and stuff like that. If I'm playing a jazz song or improvising a jazz song most of the time, um, there is a certain way to do it. There's a certain approach. You could be like approach it in a completely different way than other people wouldn't do it, and that would makes you know. So the first tip I could give you is to improve your tone would be practice in context. So rehearse as if people were in front of you, as if you were in front of a crowd, and actually record yourself and hear it back. Was that proper to the genre? Was that proper to the context you were trying to create? And I think that if you are thinking in terms of context, is it the right sound? Is it the right volume? Is it the right note? Tone would be for me like playing within the right context, and this other thing that is intention while you're playing, that I feel like most musician, most profession, actually I think that what there's something that I feel in a musician that I call intention, and it's mostly regarding that when a player actually plays something, like there's something that like he means to play it. It is not like shy about it. So like for example, there's drummers that when they hit the snare, it doesn't have to be louder, or doesn't have to regard the volume of of the actual player. It's just that he knows that it's it's what he wants to play. So I don't know if I make any sense here, but yeah, just when you play a chord, just try to figure out, like, just like the second before you play it, how this chord's gonna sound like. And I'm telling you, this is gonna make a huge difference when you're playing in front of people. They're gonna react to your ideas because you're kind of sharing your ideas as you play it, you know. And yeah, I think that's probably it. You know, um, when you when you when you go see a show and you find like this guitarist and you think like, damn, this guy has so much tone. We often say that. I think that what we mean by that is that the guy have like the musician have so much intention in his playing that he wants you to hear it, and like he not that he wants you not it's not just that he wants you to hear it, but he wants you to hear it because he thinks that it's pretty and he want to show it to you. And it's like, look how that sounds good, you know. And I think the true professional could relate to that. I'm not saying I'm one, but yeah. So acting in the right context, playing with intention, and I think, and actually recording yourself, and I think that's pretty much it. And from there, I know it's not like it's more like concept, but I think you can. So the way you could actually apply what I just said is, first of all, rehearse um, while you're recording yourself, and when you're on a gig, and when you're on a gig, don't act shy. Don't be like, do not fear of making a wrong notes. Do not fear of what the crowd might think of you. Just be there and confront the audience. That sounds crazy, but that will make you sound better 100%. And so that's pretty much it. I hope those advices will help you. Let me know if you want to hear more about those concepts. I know it's a little it can be hard to comprehend at first, but I think as you see more uh, musicians and you interact with more people, I think that you'll have an idea of it. Thanks for watching. Ciao.